良い闇艶を放つ杯へと白き腕を差し伸べて玉ゆらの別れよと祈る君の目はらりはらした問いを飲み干して罪色に輝ける空を仰いだ二人白人の猫ダンス化け物に守ろば愛と酔いしれた我が身は君の杖に触れてはどうかゆらりゆら
気分次第です僕は敵を選んで戦う少年叶えたい未来もなくて夢に描かれるのを待ってたそのくせ未来が怖くて明日を嫌って過去に願ってもうどうしようもなくなってスケーブンだ明日よもう来ないでよってそんな僕を置いて月は沈み日は昇るけどその世は違ったんだ君は僕の手を添えます世界の彼方闇を照らす快晴君と僕もさまた明日へ向かっていこう夢で終わってしまうのならば昨日を返させてなんて言わないからまた明日を君とこうやって笑わせて
Alright, hello everyone, welcome to another match for Roze Indy's beginner Brawl tournament. This is Rooster and right now we have McAlbert against WONDARBRONY. It's gonna be quite exciting to see how this match is gonna go. Not too sure about the stats, but I'll check them in a minute and kind of predict where this could lead us during the match. But right off the bat, we see McAlbert already winning that roll. It's gonna be 75 against 41. And both of them quickly decided already what to do. Seems like McAlbert's gonna pick first, so it means WONDARBRONY is gonna ban first. They immediately ban Hard Rock 1, and right afterwards McAlbert's gonna ban Hidden 2, so those two are out of the question. It's up to McAlbert to choose the very first map they want to start with. They did ban that Hidden 2, so potentially that Hidden 1 is a no-no for them, but it depends. Maybe they're just not too fond of the AR for Hidden 2, and perhaps they're more comfortable with the Hidden 1. But seems like the first pick is gonna be number 1. So we're going for the consistency pick first. I'm still gonna check the stats real quick just to see where this match could lead us. We already seen the bans and the very first pick. However, this could go either way, especially in the very first round of 64. Right now, we really see the very first miss from WONDARBRONY. And so far, McAlbert is the first one to maintain that max combo so far. McAlbert there getting a little bit more spinner action. WONDARBRONY opting to just get any bananas he could, prioritizing the combo at hand. And so far successfully able to recover from that earlier miss. So there's honestly not a huge difference. It's just 27,000 score difference. It's for surely just one miss away from making a difference. Although so far McAlbert seems to hold that double S. He cannot afford to miss, and it seems like WONDARBRONY is gonna miss again, so that's gonna put McAlbert in a greater advantage now. Increasing to 2 misses away. And just a third of the map left. Honestly, so far it's been a very good performance, as mentioned. Pog. Just your fair share of misses from WONDARBRONY, but so far only 2, and they've been successfully able to recover, although they got another miss there. Just not being able to reach that further in time. McAlbert dropping their double S, but not gonna matter much, especially when they've been holding that FC throughout the whole map. That's slowly coming to an end. And it seemed like the scenario is already too late for WONDARBRONY to recover from this map overall. McAlbert's gonna get the very first point. WONDARBRONY missing again in that very last section. But this was in fact McAlbert's pick, so far no breakpoints. And WONDARBRONY goes for easy. So we're gonna check the stats real quick. I did mention that. If I can be quick enough. It does seem like not WONDARBRONY, but McAlbert seems to be very good with hard rock. So now I see why WONDARBRONY would up to ban the hard rock one. They decided to go for a more offensive ban there. Just making sure Albert potentially does not pick that hard rock, although there's still hard rock too. They seem to be quite decent in the nomads. Maybe having some trouble with that convert and potentially a weakness in the nomad too, but depends on the nomad 2 at hand. While for WONDARBRONY, you see that their strength is in fact hidden, so again it makes sense why Albert would choose to ban one of the hiddens. However, it's the complete opposite. Their worst performance is hard rock, but DT also follows it up, and maybe that Omber slot, so it's quite unpredictable to see if maybe these easier version of the maps could make a difference here, but maybe WONDARBRONY would opt to choose potentially low area maps like this one, the easy, and any of the other nomad picks. I'm not too sure about the modded options here. They only have the other hidden to choose from, so not too sure if they will end up choosing, let's say, a DT scenario. But back to the current map I played, it seemed like WONDARBRONY did find a very early miss there. I think it was around a 50 or 40 combo if I'm not wrong. Both of them are gonna be in that max combo threshold, so it's not gonna leave a huge impact just yet. However, we do gotta point out this is easy, and the scores are half, so the max score is gonna be 100,000, and everything you see here is half, so that means that 21,000 score lead is potentially a 42,000 score lead, meaning WONDARBRONY would need McAlbert to miss at least twice, not once. The map is slowly coming to an end. It doesn't seem like McAlbert is gonna drop their combo anytime soon. But they do in fact drop it. I did mention it was just 2 missions away, but this is scarily going into WONDARBRONY's side, but fortunately wasn't enough for WONDARBRONY to recover there and get that point. Winning by literally 2,224 points on McAlbert's favor. If the map were to be a little bit longer, then perhaps WONDARBRONY would have taken that point away. But fortunately, that wasn't the scenario. So maybe I was wrong there with the score difference. I was quite the scary outcome indeed. Okay, and McAlbert's next pick is gonna be DT1. McAlbert's still relying on those consistency picks. For Snowball, now it's gonna be your DT pick. Alright, starting off the bat, we do see, interestingly enough, WONDARBRONY will opt to play with Hidden. And the first GI section of WONDARBRONY is gonna draw that combo virtually. Not being able to reach out to 100 combo. As currently 60,000 in favor of McAlbert. Two-thirds of the map already done. It's just your last third to potentially see if in this scenario McAlbert would drop, but WONDARBRONY would need more than one drop for that score difference to make a difference. It's gonna take roughly around 3 misses. Not gonna be that easy, especially now since McAlbert does seem very consistent, but unfortunately McAlbert does seem to drop, but it's gonna be traded by WONDARBRONY, so scorely is not gonna make a difference now for WONDARBRONY. Is missing against. Gonna give McAlbert a very slight advantage here. But the map is already coming to an end, and Albert will win this third point. Alright, now it's time for WONDARBRONY to make the next move. They still haven't picked that hidden one, which is quite curious. I'm pretty sure this is their best mod based on the qualifier stats, but it seems like they're not gonna pick it at all. They're going for Haruk too, interestingly enough. Although it's worth mentioning this is low AR, and pretty sure WONDARBRONY does seem to be better when it comes to that type of AR, and perhaps they're gonna rely on the patterns found at the end of this map. This is also your high CS map, not the same type of build compared to the now banned Harvard 1 at this match. This is gonna be your precision game here. It's not gonna be a long map either. This 1 minute and 41 seconds. So far, seems like McAlbert is likely winning that by just a little bit of back difference there. One drop so far. But that score difference is increasing a little bit more now, especially when WONDARBRONY has dropped a little bit more. Though McAlbert's gonna follow it up, dropping the second time there. Not their combo, but the accuracy. It's potentially gonna matter if this keeps up and everyone holds their combo till the very end, then it's gonna be a spinner battle. So we have the very first 2 spinners, and I think perhaps McAlbert won that. I'm not too sure. It did seem like WondarBrony collected a little bit more there. McAlbert's gonna drop. WondarBrony's gonna follow it up. Both of them dropping near the end, not in these sections, but WondarBrony's gonna drop again in that last section with the jumps. And yet again, a fortunate scenario there. WondarBrony almost getting away with that point, but fortunately just finding 2 more misses in comparison. It just settling the deal there for McAlbert to get the match point. And McAlbert is gonna choose Noma 2. I'm pretty sure Noma 2 was, at least in qualifiers, it was their worst score, but it's an entirely different map. We don't know yet how this is gonna go. This was in fact WondarBrony's best performance in qualifiers. So this could honestly go either way. And so far we've seen a couple of really close matches, so wouldn't be surprised if WondarBrony does steal this point from McAlbert, but we just have to wait and see. So far, everyone has obtained a considerable amount of combo, but McAlbert is going to be the very first one to drop in this map. It's not going to be the other way around. Unfortunately, Banshee just is rolling with us. Doesn't want us to see how this match is going to develop, but just before Banshee dropped, we did see a very small advantage here for WondarBrony around the first quarter of the map. It doesn't seem like Banshee wants to behave there. So it's just gonna be McAlbert's point of view. So we're already halfway through the map. Unfortunately, we cannot see this even with the MP link provided, at least the gameplay, but we'll be able to see the results if it just results in just Banshee not showing us the results and WondarBrony hopefully still playing the map. Yeah, it just seems to be a problem from the server, unfortunately, so we cannot do much in this scenario. It does seem like McAlbert successfully recovered from that earlier miss. We don't know yet what happened with WondarBrony, but they seem to be very comfortable in this map. Hopefully that wasn't a miss, or perhaps if it was a fair balanced trade there. It's seems like McAlbert is successfully able to maintain that combo till the very end. Doesn't seem like they're gonna drop anytime soon. They do drop at the end. It's quite unsure who won visually on the stream, but the MP link will say the final verdict, and it is still loading. It doesn't seem like the MP link is showing results. We do see McAlbert getting 3 misses there. The MP link is stuck. We still don't know what is WondarBrony's results there. Hopefully there wasn't a disconnection there. Okay, the results are in. It seems like there are no results for WondarBrony, so perhaps there was a disconnection there. Disconnection, maybe their PC shut down. I'm not too sure, but it doesn't seem like WondarBrony is in the lobby. But it seems like WondarBrony did left or maybe got disconnected. We don't know the exact details, but McAlbert will win this match and acquire that 5th win they needed to go into the round of 32 next week for your winners bracket. GG well played to both players. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see that last map in action, but hopefully next week we do see WondarBrony tackling it up in the losers bracket for the round of 32. And that'll be all. I hope to see you all in a couple hours. There's still more matches coming up, so please stay tuned for those.